This is Bilal Naveed, Bilal Technology Wala here. I'll be sharing today my thoughts on an amazing TED Talk by Dan Pink titled The Science of Motivation, or the title is The Puzzle of Motivation. This talk completely changes the way we think about what truly drives people to do their best work, whether in school, at home, or at work. So the first point Dan Pink emphasized is that traditional rewards don't always work. Dan Pink begins by questioning the old belief that if you reward people with money or incentives, they'll automatically perform better, which is the old tradition. This may work for simple routine tasks, but when the task requires creativity, problem solving, and innovation, rewards can actually reduce performance. The example for that is, imagine telling a designer, if you finish this logo faster, you will get a bonus. The designer may rush, but the creativity equality drops. Real creativity needs freedom, not pleasure or the pressure. The point to mention in the video is Dan Pink proves this with several research experiments where higher rewards leads to worse performance when thinking skills were required. So the second point is the power of intrinsic motivation. He explains that the real motivation comes from within us. This is called intrinsic motivation. People feel most motivated when they are doing something meaningful, not just chasing rewards. For example, think about teachers who work hard to improve student lives, or a coder who builds an open source app for free because he believes it helps others. That's intrinsic motivation. The third point, which Dan Pink emphasizes, is autonomy, the freedom to choose. The first key factor is autonomy, the urge to direct our own lives. When people have control over how they do their work, they become more engaged and responsible. For example, Google gives its employees 20% time. They can spend 1 day a week working on any project they choose. This policy led to amazing innovations like Gmail and Google News. This is the power of autonomy. The fourth point Dan Ping emphasized is mastery, the desire to improve. The second factor is mastery, the desire to get better and better at something that matters. People are motivated when they see progress, when they know they are developing a skill. For example, thinking about a musician practicing guitar regularly, not for money but for the love of music, or a student who keeps learning English to express himself better every day. That's the mastery, and the mastery works very well. The fifth point in the video is purpose, doing something meaningful. The factor is purpose, that feeling that what we do has a higher meaning. People perform at their best when they feel their work contributes to something larger than themselves. For example, non-profit volunteers or doctors working in free clinics don't earn big salaries, but they are deeply motivated because they are serving a purpose. So purpose serves a lot in terms of motivation. The sixth point is the mismatch between the science and the business. Dan Pink highlights a serious problem. Many organizations still follow outdated models of motivation, assuming people only work for money. But modern research shows people want trust, creativity, and purpose, not just supervision and bonuses. For example, companies that focuses on autonomy and innovation, like at lesson or 3M, often outperform those that only emphasize control and financial targets. The seventh points in the video is implications for education and society. Dan's message doesn't just apply to the offices, it also applies to the schools. Students are motivated by grades, not learning, but grades are like money, they don't build curiosity or creativity. For example, when a student is allowed to choose a project based on the personal interest, say building science model or writing a story, their learning becomes deeper and more joyful, and the learning is long lasting, and the motivation is also long lasting. So the eighth point from the video is the new formula for motivation. So the modern formula for high performance isn't reward is equal to motivation. It's actually autonomy plus mastery plus purpose is equal to motivation. These three factors play a vital role or a key role in having a motivation which is long lasting and which is effective in the modern day, not only in the schools, not only in the offices, but also for a better work life or a real life motivation. This combination builds creativity, satisfaction, and long term success. The summary for my video includes give people autonomy to make choices, help them achieve mastery in what they love, connect them to a purpose bigger than themselves. That's how we unlock motivation, not through control, but through trust and inspiration. So let's rethink how we motivate ourselves and others, not by pushing harder, but by inspiring deeper. That's the core knowledge from the video that I was just reviewing. The Science of Motivation by Dan Pinks, who has done a lot of research on the topic of motivation. So I hope you have gained a lot of experiences or the key points from the video. I'll be connecting with you soon with another video of review, and keep talking to my audience related to technology, motivation, latest education trends, AI, and many more. Thank you for watching my video. We'll catch you.